This will be the shortest speech you hear today. I was so excited to write this speech that I literally could not do it. In the month that has passed since Dr. Nixon told me to get off my butt and write my speech, I've been waiting for this miraculous moment of inspiration, at which time the perfect speech would literally flow from my fingers onto this page. And that moment never happened. That is how I learned my first lesson about real life. That procrastination is real, and it is not limited to high school homework assignments. I remember sitting in U.S. History 1 with Miss Biddle, drinking bottled water because some bacteria had made its way into the town water supply. I looked over at the solid mass of black hair on the desk next to me, which housed Olivia Vecchio's sleeping head. Next, I looked at my phone and read a text, from which I learned that Mike Hill had just swallowed a quarter in gym class. As Mike's ambulance sped past the window, I asked myself if any of us would make it out of this thing called high school alive. And look at us all now. Everyone looks beautiful, 4 years of hard work are behind us, Vecchio's wide awake, and Mike's airways are completely clear as far as I can tell from here. But most importantly, we are about to experience a rite of passage which will stand as a major milestone by which we measure our lives. A common sentiment among us seniors is that graduation is the beginning of a thing called real life. However, I don't believe that we've spent the last 18 or so years waiting for real life to introduce itself. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning, to the last conscious thought you think before you slip off to sleep, and in all the dreams you dream in between, you are alive. When I very recently sat down to write this speech in a sort of numb panic, I began thinking what it would be like in real life. There are going to be so many wonderful new discoveries for us to make, such as perfecting the art of the microwavable meal, finding a cost-friendly solution to weekly laundry obligations, and inventing new, more grown-up excuses for our self-perpetuating habits of procrastination. However, as I thought about all of these wonderful things, it also occurred to me that there are going to be some very real, not-so-wonderful obstacles for us to face. And I've identified my two biggest fears going into real life: hard work and failure. The words themselves seem dark and haunting. What kind of sick world could we possibly live in where the balance of fairness and true reward can be so skewed? But don't fret, there is hope. From these fears, we can draw some important values and lessons that will help convert even the prospect of failure into an element of our own success. Regardless of the end product, hard work will provide a solid base on which you can build your life. Hard work will instill in you a sense of structure and integrity that you won't discover living an idle life. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. In these words, Rudyard Kipling compares hard work to distance. Make something happen, and you're on your way to success. If only it were that easy. The hardest part of making this distance is choosing your direction. From here on out, you'll face decisions and opportunities that can have life-changing effects. Don't be afraid to take risks, because the worst that can happen to you is failure. J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series, and therefore the most important human ever to walk the face of the earth, once said that it is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you have failed by default. So there you have it. Miss Rowling has spoken, and as we know, her words become law the instant they leave her, the instant she thinks them. So it's time for us to live our lives. Good luck, take risks, learn from your mistakes, be a boss, have fun, get smart, and make good decisions, children. I love you.